Why is it in the interest of McDonald's America to have so many of these ingredients?
Shelf life palatability equals margin, period. And I'll let you speak to the cereal conversation. Why is it glow in the dark, Vonnie?
Well, so in focus groups, they found out that children eat more of that product than the lesser bright version, right? So this is from when we think the obesity epidemic, when we think about the fact that they're all getting pre-diabetes, we need to step in here. I mean, how do we stand a chance if PepsiCo has a robot that mimics human taste buds and engineering our food so that we cannot stop eating it? How does the human population stand a chance against that? Right? Unless we step in and do something from a regulation standpoint or from a fairness standpoint to our human health. And, when we look at these ingredients that remain in our food supply and how there's over 10,000 here in the United States, where only there's close to 400 approved in Europe, when we see the stark differences and we see how our government has allowed this loophole to continue where food companies approve the chemicals themselves, create the chemicals to improve their bottom line, and then they end up in our food supply because it makes them more money. And when you look at nutrition labels and you look at ingredient labels and you see all of those chemical names, they're not there for a nutritional purpose. And this is one of the most fundamental things every human should know, is that if you don't recognize an ingredient and you don't see it as something you would find in nature, it's not there to improve nutrition. It's there to improve the bottom line of the food industry. And when you opt out of that science experiment, you start to realize a level of health that you never thought was possible, and you start to get off all the pharmaceuticals. You start to lose the weight. You start to feel better in a way that is incredible. And that's where you find your brain start working again, and then you find your calling, and you're not depressed anymore, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in this world.
I want what you're having. I'm like well,